And it looks like we're live. Hello, everybody. So, even though I'm not a flat earther, Sly still challenged me to actually do his challenge to calculate the distance and the diameter of an object based on a simple observation. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually watch his entire video and then go through the process of finding out those two data points step by step using, well, only GeoGebra, the snipping tool, Microsoft Paint, and a calculator. So let's start with this video. By the way, am I live? I'm not getting any. Ah, yes, I am live. Okay. Chrome was a little bit buggy for me. Whatever. Yeah, right. Copyright strike. No, there's no sound. Well, actually, there is sound, but I'm not playing it because it's not important. Okay, stop. First of all, we're going to screenshot this. Okay. Gonna screenshot this as well. And finally, oopsie. We're gonna screenshot the last one as well. Okay. That's pretty much all the data we need. Yeah, right. So he wants the distance to the white ball and he wants the circumference of the white ball. So yeah, that's easy to do. Okay, so let's first start with the data that we have. What I need to do is I need to actually amalgamate all those three pictures into one. So I'm going to open one of those with Paint. And then I'm going to, Photoshop, Paint the other two over them. So let's select this. All we need is the ruler here. Copy that out, copy that in here. There we go, that's one. And that's the other. Now, Slice said that the zoom and the direction of the camera don't change, so we can actually directly copy those into one another without corrupting our data. Okay, furthermore, we need GeoGebra. Come on, load. Program is slow as fuck. Okay, so what we're going to do is, first of all, I want to define the x-axis as the direction in which the camera is dollied around. So we're going to need 2 points. First of all, the first position, which we're going to call position 1. That one equals 0, 0. And then afterwards, after it's pushed to the right, we need the position 2. And that is 150. We're going to do this in centimeters, 0. Okay, so you see we get those 2 points over here. Position 2. Okay, now we know that the Slice here. Hi, Sly. Okay, now we know that the distance from the video, we know that the distance between the camera and the ruler is 128.6 centimeters. So we need a horizontal line at a distance of 128.6 that is parallel to the x-axis. So the way this works is you just define your function via this formula. For example, y equals mx plus t. Now, m and x is 0, so we can ignore that. And t is just the y value. So in this case, this is 128.6. So this line, let's rename that. That one's our ruler. Okay. Now, I think I only need this one going forward. Yeah. Okay. So the view from the camera to this object, that one will be obviously the y-axis over here. So let me just draw not a segment. I don't want a segment. I have an array. There we go. Could have defined it this way, but I guess that works. Oops. Just wanted to be on the x-axis. That's fine. Just ignore the dot A. That's completely irrelevant. Now, here comes the tricky part. To find out the parallax angle, we need to find out basically after moving to the right, which is this part of the picture now, how much the white balloon is further to the left compared to this footage. So what we're going to do is we're just going to draw in a little bit, a little line in here, and then basically calculate the distance on the ruler between here and here, and from that derive the angle. So as you can see, this white sphere has a convenient little black dot in the middle, so we're going to use that as a reference. I'm going to draw vertical lines over here. One's here, and one is here. That one's a little bit too far to the left, I think. To the right, I think. There we go. Actually, I think that one wasn't perfect either. Okay. Yes, I think that's fine. Doesn't matter whether this is directly in the middle of the sphere or not. It just needs to be identical in both pictures. I think that is fine as well. Okay, going back to GeoGebra. Now from position 2, actually, how do I do this? Oh, there we go. Okay. So from GeoGebra, if we were looking directly in this, so in the second picture, this one would be the same position in the camera frame as the position of the white sphere was. So we can draw in one line that's parallel to this one, but starting from position 2. So we got this parallel line feature here. Gonna draw in that one. Okay. Now the interesting part is basically the distance on the ruler between this point and this point. So for that, we need a calculator. I'm going to do everything in centimeters. So 112.1, well, 7 or something, minus 107.68 approximately. So we get 4.49 centimeters on the ruler. Okay, we can draw this in here. So we need the circle tool with the center and radius. First of all, let's define the center, which will be here. And the radius in centimeters is 4.49. Okay. Need the intersect tool again. Gonna overlay those two. So the relevant point here we need to take a look at is C. So we need to draw a line from position 2 to C. And that one, which I'm gonna mark red. So that's line of sight 2. No, wait. That one. That's supposed to be red. And let's say that this one's also red. So fuck. There we go. Okay, so those two lines, those two red lines, those are the lines of sight in the picture. And where they intersect, that's where the sphere is. So let's zoom out a little bit. Okay. Use the intersect tool again. And now we get our point where the sphere is E. So rename that one as well. Okay. And you can already see that the distance is approximately almost 43 meters. So that's our first answer. Now, the second part of the question was, how big is it? So we go back to GeoGebra. And we can take any one of those two drawings, but I'm just going to use this one. Go for a different color, and basically we just need to find out the angular size of the entire thing and compare it to the ruler. So something like this. Something like this. You know what? I'm just going to say this is a little bit less than almost 6 millimeters. Let's say 5.9 millimeters. Okay. Yeah, more or less 5.9 millimeters. Okay. So what we're going to need is we need to find the radius of this, so 5.9 millimeters. And divide it by 2 to get 2.995 millimeters. Oop, that was not my intention. Wait a second. Yes. Going back to GeoGebra. Now, I'm going to use this intersection point this time, just to keep it a little bit more clear. Okay, remember that the entire thing is in centimeters, so we're going to need 0.295, because this is 2.95 millimeters. Okay. That'll take some time to zoom in. And we're going to get those no two intersect points. Okay, and basically all that's left is extrapolate the view from position 1 over the points F and G to the distance of the 42 meters to get our size. So we're going to use the ray tool again from position 1 to G and from position 1 to F. Okay. Just gonna mark those in blue so you can see it better. Okay. The only thing left to draw now is a parallel line regarding the x-axis. Do I already have an x-axis as a line? I don't think so. I can use this one, doesn't matter. Okay. So again, intersect this one and this one, points H and I. All that's left to do is find the size. There's a distance tool, which I'm going to use. And you see that the size is approximately 19.71 centimeters. So to summarize, the distance equals 42.96 meters. And the diameter equals 19.71 centimeters. But if I remember correctly, yeah, Sly, exactly. If I remember correctly, Sly asked for the circumference. Let's see. Circumference, exactly. So to calculate the circumference, that's quite easy. So the circumference equals pi times the diameter. So let's do this. Times pi. So the circumference equals 61.92 centimeters. And that's basically it. Okay, so I'm going to invite Sly in to check how accurate I was. For the people who have just joined, first of all, I just did Sly's perspective challenge. And second of all, remember not to miss the lunar eclipse that's happening tonight. At, I think, 21:30 UTC, it's starting. So the people in Europe, well, pretty much everybody around the prime meridian, plus or minus 15 degrees, should be able to see it. So have fun with that. And yes, I know it's apparently out of sight for the Americans. Unlucky bastards.
Oi, oi.
Hey, Sly. Okay, so how accurate was I?
You were pretty damn close, man. One thing that I'm noticing throughout all the results that have actually been given to me is what do you call it? Okay, this was something that was just kind of slung together. Okay, and the methods in which I used to align the camera and stuff. Obviously, the focusing on the ruler was mandatory, but I used two pieces of wood kind of eld together to make the dolly portion of it, where I slid the camera, and then I used the camera on the adapter for the tripod, because it actually sits there kind of like a cube, and that's what I used. And what I'm noticing is, yes, I moved it exactly 150 centimeters to the side, and what I'm noticing, everybody seems to be getting damn near the same result, which is off by damn near the same amount. So what I'm gathering from that is that either at the beginning frame or at the end frame. Now, mind you, the other thing here is that, and you could probably bring this up in GeoGebra, if you're off by about 1/4 millimeter, your measurements are going to be way off. I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying that so if it's just off by a little, it's going to make a bit of a difference at the target. And so what I'm noticing here is that either at the beginning frame or at the last frame, there might be a small offset to the dolly that I was using. Meaning,
It's possible, but I also had the feeling that I was kind of resolution limited by the footage, because
yeah.
obviously I only screenshotted this in 1080p. No idea whether you uploaded it in 4K or not.
Well, no, 1080p was actually the resolution shot. What do you call it? So you weren't exactly, should I say, handicapped by that. But the thing is that the end result is highly dependent on the accuracy of the equipment being used, just as much as the analysis. And so, in other words, just about everybody who's produced something within the tolerances of what was shown has come up with about 42 meters with slight variances on the radiuses, or excuse me, of the circumferences. I will tell you that yours is pretty much one of the closest circumferences given.
Okay, so what are the real values? Can you tell me?
No, that's coming out in Quickie 6, man.
God damn it.
But what do you call it? And like I said, I'm almost done with that. I just kind of got hung up on this gyroscope thing. But but no, those are coming out in Quickie 6, but pretty much everybody is in the exact same ballpark. Which I find to be awesome because everybody has used so many different methods. You used GeoGebra, okay? What do you call it? Like I said, I had another guy who used who actually 3D modeled the whole thing out, and then what do you call it? Another guy who did it in Unreal Engine. You know,
Yeah, that's a little bit overkill, but whatever.
Yeah, but hey, whatever works, right? And so the point of the exercise is, number one, to show that you don't have to be somewhere or go somewhere or run a tape measure to something to get a distance of it. Okay, given the fact that you have some known good information, like in this case, the dolly distance and the field of view of the camera, and I mean, that's all you really need. And somebody even asked me, why'd you do 128.6 meters or 128.6 centimeters for the distance? And what that ended up being was I wanted to make sure that I had a lot of millimeters on the ruler visible in the camera, for one. And for two, because I had to zoom in a bit to get a decent size that somebody could actually make a good measurement off of that ball at the end, being zoomed in was screwing with the focus level of the camera. Sometimes when you're zoomed in, it won't focus to closer objects.
May I just ask you two things?
What's that?
First of all, the distance. So do you define this to the camera or to the ruler?
Distance that in what sense?
You can either measure or calculate the distance from the object to the ruler or the distance from the object to the observer. Which one is the value you want?
No, the value that I was looking for is the one that you did, which was from the camera to the ball.
Okay, that's one. And the other one, how do you regard the center of the sphere of the ball, the distance, or the surface that's closest to you?
Well, the distances that everybody was judging was the one that, obviously I did as well, which is that little black spot that's on that ball. Which would obviously be the facing side.
Yeah, but I calculated the distance, the size of the object based on the distance of the center of the sphere. But whatever, that shouldn't make any difference.
Yeah, it's not an enormous difference. And what do you call it? So, like I said, the whole thing was to find out if you could actually do that, because the chief argument that flat earthers come up with when you show them that the Earth is not close, the sun is not close, the moon is, or excuse me, the Earth, the sun and the moon aren't close, and the stars aren't close. The chief thing that they love to say, even when you demonstrate it down to the greatest amount of detail, the first thing that they say is, "Well, you've never been there, so you don't know how far away it is." Well,
yeah, no, obviously we've demonstrated that you don't need to be.
Right. Now, Geo, you have no idea what that ball is made of, right?
Well, it appears to be shiny.
Okay, well,
So we at least have some indication, but no, I don't know. Could be
okay,
plastic, could be ceramics or
and
something. I don't know.
and there was no. You obviously didn't travel to it,
No, not
and
yet.
and and so the point is that if you have known good reference points. Or measured reference points, which is the whole purpose for having the ruler there and knowing the distance of Dolly. The everything else it pretty much just falls into place all by itself. You don't have to be able to go to something. You don't have to know what it's made of or anything. You just have to be able to track it. That's it. And being able to track it with known good reference points is pretty much all you need to get the distance to damn near anything. Now, you need to also understand, like I said, I was saying this a second ago. If you're off by like I think it was like a quarter millimeter in the sizes that you use. I think it was like you'll be off by almost a meter in distance.
Well, we can just check this in GeoGebra. Why don't we do that?
Yeah, go for it. And
Okay,
so if you're off like like I said on the ruler measurement by probably maybe even a quarter millimeter, I think it was like either half or 3/4 of almost all the way up to a meter would be off on the distance.
Okay, so let's see. So that's our reference circle. So let's change it by how much did you say? 1/4 of a millimeter?
Yeah, 1/4 of a millimeter at the ruler.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So diameter. So here that would be 0.025, I think.
Okay.
Did something happen?
I'm not certain you're kind of grasping what I'm saying here.
Yeah, no, wait. The fuck?
Did you change the distance or I think you changed the distance. No, I can. Well,
no, 1/4 of a millimeter. It's fine. Okay.
Well,
so delete the last one.
I don't know exactly what changed there.
That circle there is new. Okay, so J and K. So that would be from position 2 to J and from position 2. Position 2 to J. Yeah. There you go.
No, you're doing the 1/4 millimeter at the ball.
No, I'm doing the 1/4 millimeter at the ruler.
Are you?
Yeah. Look, 128.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Okay, so let's zoom out.
Now I understand the method that you used there. I'm sorry. I thought you were zoomed in on the distant ball.
No. I think it's less than you think, actually, Sly. But whatever, we'll see. So intersect those two and intersect those two. Is my intersect tool not working, or what the fuck is happening?
Putting a lot of meters on that wheel.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay. So by just varying to 0.25 millimeters. Yeah, 23 centimeters. So if you have this arrow bar in both directions, you're already a 1/2 meter off.
Right. And what do you call it? So, I mean, level of accuracy is a thing here, but it's not something that I'm harping on people about. Obviously, because, we're all using, things that are X amount of pixels wide, and it's kind of difficult. And plus, none of us are using super high technology devices, and I didn't give super high technology or high precision footage.
What camera did you use for this? Was it the P1000 or was it the Panasonic?
That was the Panasonic, the V380.
Okay.
And it was filmed in full HD, 50 frames per second. But so that, like I said, the whole point there is that to get at least a close enough average in this sense, because we're not going into multiple decimal points beyond whatever. as far as angles go. You're gonna get pretty damn close to what it is, and having never been there and not even being the person who took the footage. So
Okay.
but you did damn close. You did get damn close, man.
Okay, thanks. Do you know if there are any flat earthers that actually took the challenge, or are the people you were talking about only globers yet?
I did get 2 flat earthers. Hold on a second. And and I truly appreciate, and a lot of people thought that, this was all about insulting flat earthers, and it's not. It's about proving, a point, and making a challenge out of that point to prove it. And
well, the fact that not very many of them apparently have taken up the challenge kind of works as an insult, as they appear to be insulting themselves by the idiocy.
Well, I mean, if you want to go that route with it, yeah, I'm sure that could be there. But I mean, my intent was obviously not that.
Yes, obviously.
And what do you call it? So I have, let's see, where were they? Hold on. I have one from Life is Short. He actually, I think he did 2 of them, and under that was also where Red Pill decided that he was gonna get a little snooty. And then
now, how many Chrome tabs do you think he needs to solve this?
I don't know. And where was the other one? There was at least one more. It was the dude who did it with the Unreal Engine. Heath Carmody, Carnody, also did it, and he was the one who did it with the Unreal Engine, and that was actually pretty cool. But he didn't build it out. I mean, it's not as fantastic as I was expecting it to be, as in with physical items out in the distance and all that stuff. But or maybe I just missed something in his presentation. But it's real fun to watch. And like I said, I was actually, if I actually could take the time to do it, I was going to do it in Minecraft. So, which would have been fun. And but everybody, with the exception of maybe like 2 people, and those people were actually off by, I would say, decimal marks. In other words, they did their end math wrong. But everybody pretty much got this. And well, with the exception of the one guy who said 3.5 birds, but
well, are you saying that most people are able to use this? This challenge that's probably adequate for 6th or 7th graders.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
and,
one less reason.
Now that's on the flat earther side.
Humanity.
Yeah, now that's on the flat earther side. Like I said, I've received probably about 20 results, which I will be spotlighting in the Quickie 6. To include yours, and but it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting what people have to say about it, because I mean, this is the very definition of using angular size and obviously angles to determine distance of something, and perspective be damned. I mean, really, the whole discussion of that. So I was just going to throw it into a quickie and then make it into a, just a little thing in itself. But I figured, why not have a little bit of fun and let everybody actually try it out. And
then you needed to decide to drag me into this.
Well, of course, you're like the GeoGebra expert, so I might as well get you.
Yeah, but this was easy.
Yeah, I know. Then why are you bitching?
Because I like challenges, and this one wasn't a challenge.
Oh, Hillel says that he's going to try it too. Let's see, what would be the best way? Just send it to me in the back chat, man. In any back chat. I'm sure we've been in at least 2 or 3 things. So,
want to see what my newest idea for GeoGebra is?
Oh.
Yeah, well, it turns out that the new version also has a 3D feature, but it's lacking a bunch of stuff. Okay, so I'm actually trying to. So this Earth curve calculator that I built with GeoGebra.
Is that a personal atmospheric dome?
No, that's supposed to be the Earth. Well, okay. At least not yet. So this is not standardized, but whatever. It will work at some point. So basically, I'll have the ability to move this point anywhere on the surface. The problem is just it doesn't give me the ability to have sliders for angles.
Okay.
In the 3D version. So, and distances. So basically, I have to type in all the sine and cosine function for the height, basically for any point on the surface manually.
Right.
And then I gotta model this as an ellipsoid. Yeah, you'll see when it's ready. But yeah, that's gonna be interesting. Basically, I want to recreate the WGS84 reference ellipsoid and do obstruction predictions with this.
Oh, and I'm supposed to remind that what do you call it? Slappy and well, just about the Riley, just about every and Bob Nodal, Knudel. Yeah, they've all said that you can't use top or side angle views to show perspective.
Oh no!
Even though they demand them. But anyway, dude, I do got to dip out, man. And
okay.
And I want to say you did an awesome job.
Do you have the ability to stream the eclipse later?
I'm not sure I'll be able to stream it because I'm kind of in a boxed in area here, and so I really don't think I'll be able to.
Well, I
But I'm
think I
definitely
need
going to go out and photograph it.
I think I need a P1000 at this point as well, because as obviously the moon is due south and my balcony is facing south, I could stream this eclipse as well. I did it last time with my crappy old camcorder, and the results were predictably underwhelming. I mean, we saw something, but it was blurred and out of focus and shit because...
Yeah, but isn't Saturn going to be real close to it?
Oh, let's see.
Because I know it's kind of close last night. Hold on, I'm bringing up Stellarium right now.
Yeah, I'm already doing it.
All right, let's see. Time. Let's see.
So this is my location.
Oh, no, Saturn's already passed it. Okay, so that jump was a lot farther than I thought it was going to be.
Yes, Saturn is already past it.
Yeah.
It's actually quite rare that you see Jupiter, Saturn, and the moon in the same part of the sky. Still kind of cool, though. Do you know if you can resolve Saturn's rings with the P1000?
Barely, but yes.
Can you see Titan?
I can see a couple of moons. Hold on a second here.
Around Saturn? I know that seeing the Galilean moons around Jupiter is quite easy because you can do this with binoculars, and obviously the P1000 is better.
Well, I will show you something here. Hold on a second here.
Okay, wait, I'm sharing your screen or presenting.
Well, no. Give me a second. I still got to put this together because I got to put this damn cable in. Hold on. Because I was actually trying to go out and photograph Saturn just the other night, and where's the damn cable at? And what I was having fun with is accidentally, I mean, my photographs came out like crap because I don't have any kind of stabilizer or anything like that. My photographs came out like crap, but what came out really awesome was an accidental video that I did for like about 2 seconds. And you'll see it. And you can actually make out the rings of Saturn.
That sounds awesome. You should upload that to your challenge slide. Sorry, channel slide.
All right, let's see. Yeah, because I had gone out to shoot fireworks for 4th of July, and then, but that got screwed up because
can you do that over here?
Well, no, I was filming fireworks that were being shot by the Army.
Ah, okay.
And
can they do that over here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, shit, every fest can. But no, it's a presented thing. It's not a what do you call it? It's not like it's just a bunch of people out sitting on a parking lot or something. Okay, so let me go ahead and put this on, and then now this was the fun that I was having. Hold on a second. Okay, these are the fireworks. Sorry. And then this was me trying to get Saturn. Like I said, I was
already see it. It looks actually quite good if you zoom into it.
Right. Now with a little bit of color play, I could probably have some fun. But if you could see the glare removed when I moved it.
Yes.
And you can see the rings right there. And then I think that's Titan. And what do you call it? Now,
when did you take this 4th of July?
Yeah.
At which time?
Actually, I don't have the time set on this, so I would say probably about a little after 11 at night.
Nope, can't be Titan.
No.
Wrong position. What you caught there was probably a star called HIP 9451.
Oh, okay.
510. Take a look at my screen, you can see it.
Hold on.
So that's the star I think you caught.
That's possible, yeah.
It's in the right position relative to the rings. Titan was on the other side.
And plus, its brightness obviously speaks for it as well.
Yes.
But the now watch this. This is cool. Now this was one that I was trying to adjust the. This is the video. Now let me go ahead and close this out and actually open up the video. Now let's see here. I'm going to slow it down a whole lot and put it on like that. And then turn the sound off because it sounds a little annoying. There's Saturn with the P1000.
Yep, not bad. I think if you were to increase the brightness, you might be actually able to see Titan.
Yeah, but the problem is once you increase the brightness, then you lose the gap of the rings.
True, but you can superimpose both pictures.
Well, yeah, I'm sure that. I like to get as good as I can in the raws. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, but that's Saturn. I filmed that personally. And there's one frame in there where it looks like there's something right next to it, but that's it. And but nothing that I could personally identify. But yeah, Saturn with the P1000, man.
Awesome.
And that was by accident. You can see because I'm moving the thing around, and what do you call it? And those are teeny tiny movements, mind you, because that thing is at full zoom, and so the slightest little movement, or you breathe next to the thing, and it shakes all over the place.
So it was on tripod. You were not holding it.
Oh, definitely a tripod, man.
Okay. Yes, that's what I suspected.
But no, that's Saturn with the P1000. Now I'm waiting for the next sun transit that I can do of the ISS, because I already got the solar transit. I got the lunar transit with my Panasonic, but not with the 1000 yet. I haven't got either yet.
When is the next transit in our area?
Well, in our area is a kind of relative term there.
Well, let's say 100 kilometers around Frankfurt.
Yeah. Let's see. Transit.
Select from map.
I was hoping for for one when I was on shift down in K-Town, but unfortunately that didn't happen. I still had this thing set to K-Town.
Okay, so in the next 2 weeks there won't be any. How can I change the timing on this?
Well, I got one lunar. Show all on map. And I got one going right over Frankfurt on lunar.
When?
Oh wait, why is it not showing a picture? On the 23rd at 12:45 in the morning.
Oh, that's annoying. Currently, I don't see any for the next 2 months around my area, unfortunately.
This is what I got right here.
Yeah, that's a dead hit. Oh, wait a second. That should actually hit me. At least almost. Can you go to the right?
That's too far above you, man. That's all the way up by
a bit.
Bamberg. You can go up to Boog.
No, I actually go to Bottenheim, I think, or Hirscheid.
Yeah. But no, I get a partial out of it, but it's always better when you get a full moon. But anyway, like I said, I do got to get, bro.
Okay, then thanks for joining.
Yep,
and thanks for teasing me for the actual results.
I'll let you know what they are, man. All right, bud. Catch you later.
Yeah, see you.
Yo, ciao.
Servus. And with that, I think I'm gonna end this hangout right now. I might do another one later if somebody in the community finds the opportunity to stream the eclipse. But otherwise, thank you very much for watching this small tutorial, and see you guys next time.